Welcome back everyone to the Jungle Table Tennis Competition. This week we have double the action compared to weeks prior. You heard me correctly, two massive finals, the first of which takes place between the defending champion Joe and his challenger Amir, who has had his fair share of finals action throughout the last month. Amir was not messing around, finding his momentum early in the fixture to earn himself a 6-0 lead over Joe. This has to be the best start anyone has had against Joe that we have seen in Jungle Table Tennis. And this continued during the rest of the set, playing his shots with precision and not allowing Joe back into the match. We did still see glimpses of Joe's ability with some nice smash shots, but the deficit was just too large, and Amir closed out the first set of the final with a win. As set to progress, the form of Amir continued, with him mounting an 8-2 lead. Joe was beginning to mount the starting of a comeback with a straight shot down the pipe, which Amir couldn't return. The scoreboard started evening out, but Amir still had plenty left in the tank, especially when he was able to play his power shots. We have talked about his capoeira background, which definitely helps with his agility, but some of these shots involved him leaping from the ground to return at the correct angle. Joe showed his champion winning grit to be in a position of having a chance of winning this set, and has managed to fight back to 10-all. As Amir is about to serve the first point of deuce, one of the local dogs has decided that they do not want to miss the action, which is fair enough, as the end of this set will certainly be must-see. And Amir's return is unsuccessful, which means Joe takes out set 2 and now evens the score to 1-1. Fantastic power backhand from Joe. Initially he landed the ball just on the edge of the table, which meant there was a bit more height on the return, which allowed Joe to play the shot the way that he did. Lack of judgment from Amir cost him there. He tried to tap it just over the net with some spin, but that is exactly what Joe wanted. He wins the point. The ball hits the net and Joe now establishes a 2-1 set lead. Great driving shot by Joe, and such a closely contested set, a run of a few points in a row could be the difference maker. And Amir fires back with a power shot of his own. He was able to get into position so quickly, which gives him plenty of time to get his return right. Aggression from Amir this time, although the anger lasted a whole 2 milliseconds, and he is back to smiling. Score now sits 9-all. Cheeky drop shot this time pays off, and it will be the last action we see in set 4. This final is going right down to the wire. A fantastic display by both competitors thus far. Back foot leaning shot from Joe. I have a feeling this man would be pretty handy at a game of limbo. To be fair though, both men have very decent flexibility. Cross-court smash, testing the reflexes of Joe, and to his credit, he was able to get a slight connection with the ball. The comeback may be starting here. Slightly too long, and that will be the match. Joe continues his winning streak, but once again, Amir has put in a valiant effort. Now, I mentioned we had 2 times the normal action. Believe it or not, these 2 finals were only 1 week apart. Monsoon season has been nice to us at times, but still likes to make its presence known every once in a while. This was one of those times. After a wet and slippery group stage, the finalists were confirmed. The familiar face of Joe looking to win yet again another title. And Dave, a man we have seen in finals before, but not for a little while. That's something he may be able to use to his advantage, being the unknown. I mentioned the brilliant start that Amir had against Joe 7 days prior to this final, and Dave has started in similar fashion, pushing the pace and applying the pressure. This proves to be effective, and Dave takes set 1. Joe gets a point back in set 2, but still has a lot of work to do to get back into this final. Long from Dave, point to Joe. Brilliant shot from Joe to win him the second set. It was a fast-paced rally between the two, but Joe showed us exactly why he has won so many Jungle Table Tennis titles with great shots just like this. Backhand smash shot, and with Dave ready for the forehand, the switch up from Joe was the perfect adjustment. The best rally of this final so far, the tremendous backspin shot coming in from below the height of the table, was a thing of beauty, but the intrigue of playing the shot again is Joe's downfall. He went to the well one too many times, and Dave gets the point. Unsuccessful shot for Dave there. Quick fire back-to-back points for Joe, bringing us to deuce. Table not long enough for that shot of Dave. Joe wins set 3. Great placement of shots by both finalists, neither man wanting to make the mistake, so both making minor adjustments each shot. Dave was the one who had the first major slip up, and Joe receives the point. Joe gets an unplayable return, but not from Dave, from the edge of the table in front of him. Here is another example of the way Joe has been using his movement to create opportunity. Watching this replay, how quickly he reacts when he realizes where Dave was going to be hitting his return. He sprints to get into the right position and is able to absolutely smash it past his opponent. Now what happens next in this final has never happened before in our Jungle Table Tennis coverage. The camera stopped working, which means that you will have to trust me when I say that even though Dave was able to win the 4th set, it was Joe that was crowned champion once again, which means he is building an extremely formidable run on his current winning streak.